Inflation, job cuts, economic turmoil, and global uncertainty. It feels like the world is falling apart, and perhaps you feel it in your own life. Bills are climbing, salaries remain stagnant, and it seems no matter how hard you try, progress eludes you. But let me ask you this. If things are truly spiraling out of control, why do some people continue to grow wealthier? Why is that? Throughout history, during every crisis, while the majority suffered massive losses, a small group prospered. That group is the Jewish people. During the Great Depression of the 1930s, when millions went bankrupt, some Jewish families were quietly acquiring properties at astonishingly low prices. A decade later, those same properties had multiplied in value tenfold. Even during persecutions across Europe, when Jews were expelled from country to country, losing everything each time, they rebuilt their fortunes in just a few years. Not decades, but years. How was this possible? It wasn't luck. It wasn't magic. It was a system of thought and disciplined action that I'm about to reveal to you. Shalom. I am Rabbi Joseph. For over 20 years, I have studied the principles that enabled my people to thrive through the toughest trials in history. Today, I share this wisdom with you. Whether you are facing a personal financial crisis or just anxious about the future, this message will transform the way you view hard times. Here's a truth seldom spoken aloud. Crises do not destroy wealth. They transfer it from those who panic to those who understand what to do. And today, you will learn exactly how to act. First principle: observe while others panic. When everything collapses, most people react with fear. They make hasty decisions, sell their assets, withdraw, or freeze in place. The Jewish approach is the opposite. A teaching in the Talmud advises, in moments of anger or fear, delay any decision. Let the emotion pass, then act with wisdom. This principle has safeguarded entire fortunes. Consider the Rothschild family during the Napoleonic Wars. As Napoleon swept across Europe, chaos reigned. Markets collapsed. Panic sellers offloaded everything at any price. Nathan Rothschild in London took a different path. He observed. He waited. While others sold in frenzy, he bought. British bonds, properties, opportunities no one else dared touch. When the war ended and markets stabilized, Nathan Rothschild emerged as one of the richest men on the planet. No magic, no supernatural luck, just the discipline to remain calm while the world panicked. The Talmud teaches, when everyone is rushing in one direction, pause and ask why. Mass panic creates extraordinary opportunities, but only for those who stay composed. How to apply this principle? When panic rises, whether from economic downturns, layoffs, or financial setbacks, do not make major decisions for at least 48 hours. Use this time to observe, analyze, and understand the reality, not the narrative spun by the media. Ask yourself, what are people selling out of fear? What has lost value but will regain it? Where is the hidden opportunity in this chaos? There is always an opportunity. Always. Second principle: shield your assets before the storm. There's a saying among Jews, fix yourself when the sun shines, not when it rains. Most people only react when losses appear, and often it's too late. Jews prepare ahead, not out of pessimism, but out of foresight. Consider Joseph in Egypt. When he interpreted Pharaoh's dream, he predicted 7 years of abundance, followed by 7 years of famine. But he didn't merely predict, he prepared. During the years of plenty, he stored 20% of the nation's output. When famine struck, Egypt not only survived, it thrived. Joseph's lesson is clear. Preparation during prosperity is far more powerful than scrambling during disaster. The Talmud teaches, "He who stores bread when he has it is wise. He who waits until hunger comes is a man of little insight." Faith is not recklessness. It's disciplined foresight combined with trust that preparation pays off. To apply this, even during good times, build an emergency fund. Set aside 3 to 6 months of expenses in a separate account. This isn't for investing. It isn't for spending. It's your shield against future storms. Every thriving Jewish family maintains such a safety cushion. Additionally, diversify your income. Depend on multiple streams. The Talmud advises, divide your wealth into 3 parts. 1 in land, 1 in business, 1 on hand. If one falters, the others keep you afloat. Third principle, crises conceal opportunities. Here's what most people miss. Jewish prosperity didn't survive crises. They leveraged them. Every hardship, every expulsion, every setback forced skills and strategies that others never developed. When forbidden to own land in medieval Europe, Jews embraced trade and finance, fields others avoided, and mastered them. When expelled from Spain in 1492, they carried expertise to new lands, thriving anew. Every closed door led to a stronger path. The Talmud embodies this wisdom in Gamzu Lova. This too is for the good. Every negative event holds seeds of opportunity. A modern example, the 2008 financial crisis. Millions lost homes, yet some investors, many Jewish, saw opportunity. Real estate values had plummeted 50% or more. They bought urgently sold properties. 10 years later, those same investments were worth 3 to 4 times their original price. It wasn't cruelty, it was strategy. Wealth was changing hands regardless. The question was, who would claim it? To apply this, when misfortune strikes, pause. Before complaining, ask, what hidden opportunity lies here? Lose your job? Perhaps it's the perfect moment to start that long postponed project. Is your industry collapsing? This might be the perfect moment to acquire skills in a sector that is expanding. The economy is struggling? Perhaps it's the ideal time to buy what others are selling out of fear. The Talmud teaches, where there is lack, there is opportunity. Where people complain, there is money to be made. Fourth principle, invest in what cannot be taken from you. This is the key to why Jewish families have rebuilt their wealth time and again, even after losing everything. They invested in something no crisis could ever seize: knowledge. When expelled from a country, a Jew might lose home, business, and possessions, but never the knowledge, skills, and networks they carry. With that, rebuilding is always possible. This is why Jewish families prioritize education above almost everything else. Not diplomas for display, but practical skills that create real value. The Talmud says, if you have knowledge, what more do you need? If you lack knowledge, what do you truly possess? Reflect on that. Imagine losing all your money and belongings tomorrow. What would remain? If you have valuable skills, you can rebuild. If you have a trusted network, you can rebuild. If you have knowledge to create value, you can rebuild. But if all you have is money in a bank, you are vulnerable. How to apply this principle? Invest in your mind before your bank account. Learn skills people will pay for, regardless of the economy. Sales, negotiation, problem solving, financial management, communication. These skills never depreciate. In fact, they grow more valuable during crises when solutions are in demand. The Talmud teaches, "He who teaches his child a trade gives him a treasure, not a treasure that can be stolen, but one that lasts forever." Fifth principle, surround yourself with a network of trust. Jews do not survive crises alone. They survive together. When arriving in a new city after losing everything, the first step is not to find a job, but to find the local Jewish community. Why? Because this network provides support, not charity, but strategic solidarity. The concept of Kehila is more than community. It is an economic system built on trust. A Jew needing a loan does not go to a bank. They turn to a community member. Business partnerships are sought within the network first. Opportunities circulate internally before going outside. The Talmud teaches, community or death. It may sound extreme, but the sages knew no one thrives alone. During the Great Depression, Jewish communities created support systems, interest-free loans, shared jobs, pooled resources. Together they survived what destroyed so many others. How to apply this? Build your network now, before it's needed. Don't reach out only in times of need. Be the person who helps regularly, expecting nothing in return. The Talmud says, "He who wishes to have friends must first show himself to be a friend." Connect weekly with at least one person in your network. Offer help, share valuable knowledge, create value. When the crisis comes, these people will be there for you because you were there for them. Sixth principle, generate cash no matter the circumstances. During crises, one thing surpasses all in value: cash. Assets can vanish overnight. Real estate can collapse. Stocks can plummet. But cash provides freedom. It allows you to buy while others sell in panic, seize opportunities while others freeze, and survive while others fall into debt. Jews have long understood the importance of cash flow, not just wealth on paper. This is why businesses generating daily cash were favored. Shops, services, ventures where money moves rapidly. The Talmud teaches, a small profit today is better than a large promise tomorrow. During crises, this mindset is critical. Those chasing massive gains often fail, while those accumulating consistent small profits endure and thrive. How to apply this? Establish an income source that generates regular cash. Start small if needed. Ask yourself, what problem can I solve for people around me? What skill can I monetize quickly? Even during the worst crises, people have needs and problems. Solve them, and cash will flow. History shows that survivors were not those who started richest. They were those who could generate money, no matter the circumstances. Seventh principle, give even when you have little. This may seem counterintuitive, yet it is arguably the most powerful principle. During crises, when everyone hoards money out of fear, Jews continue giving. Tzedakah, the obligation to give, never stops. Even the poorest give something, even during the toughest times. Why? Because they understand a deep truth about money. It is energy. Hoarding blocks its flow. Circulating even a little keeps abundance moving. The Talmud teaches, the more you give, the more you will receive. Not as a divine reward, but as a natural law. Giving signals abundance, not scarcity. It transforms how you see opportunities, make decisions, and attract people. Malachi says, "Bring all the tithes into the storehouse, and test me, and see if I will not open for you the windows of heaven." Even if you cannot give money for rent, give something, your time, knowledge, or a small contribution. Giving keeps you connected to the flow of abundance, even amid hardship. Recap of the 7 principles to build wealth in turbulent times. While others panic, observe. Avoid emotional decisions. Stay calm and seek hidden opportunities. Protect your assets before the storm. Build reserves now. Diversify income. Fix your roof while the sun shines. View problems as disguised opportunities. Every crisis hides seeds of wealth for those who know how to see them. Invest in what cannot be taken from you. Your knowledge, skills, and expertise. Surround yourself with a network of trust. Support and solidarity are essential. Generate cash consistently, regardless of circumstances. Cash is power when markets collapse. Give even when you have little. Circulate value, maintain abundance, and attract opportunity. Now, take a deep breath and let all of this sink in. Think about everything we've explored today. The principles that have guided people through the most devastating crises in history. The strategies that turned fear into opportunity. And the mindset that transforms loss into growth. Imagine a world where fear does not control you, where uncertainty becomes a playground of opportunity, and where every challenge you face is a doorway to wealth, wisdom, and personal power. Let me remind you, the world is full of chaos. Economies fluctuate, industries collapse, people lose their jobs, their savings, even their sense of security. And yet, through all of it, some rise, some flourish. Why? Because they refuse to be controlled by fear. They refuse to follow the herd. They choose observation over panic, preparation over recklessness, knowledge over ignorance, community over isolation, and action over hesitation. And now, all of these tools are in your hands. Picture yourself in the eye of a storm. Around you, panic swirls. People sell, they withdraw, they freeze. But you remain calm. You see opportunities that no one else sees. You have prepared for this moment, built your reserves, sharpened your skills, and strengthened your network. You understand the power of cash, the value of knowledge, and the life-changing energy of giving. Every step you take is deliberate, every decision calculated, every action guided by the wisdom that generations have passed down. Think about the first principle. Observe while others panic. How often have you reacted emotionally in the past, sold in fear, or rushed into decisions you later regretted? No longer. You will watch, listen, and analyze. You will identify the cracks in the system where opportunity hides. The world may be uncertain, but your mind is sharp, your eyes are open, and your heart is steady. The second principle: protect your assets before the storm. Imagine the comfort of knowing that no matter what happens tomorrow, you have a foundation. You have reserves. You have diversified income. You have planned when everyone else is scrambling. That is freedom. That is control. That is power. And you can create it today. The third principle: every crisis hides an opportunity. The moment you stop seeing challenges as obstacles and begin seeing them as hidden doors, your life transforms. Job loss? That is the universe nudging you toward a project you've been postponing. Market crash? That is the opening to buy undervalued assets, to acquire wealth where others panic. Illness, setback, rejection. Every adversity carries a seed of growth. It is up to you to find it, nurture it, and let it flourish. The fourth principle: invest in what cannot be taken from you. Knowledge, skills, networks. They are yours forever. Even if all external wealth disappears, the power within your mind and heart remains. Every book you read, every skill you master, every meaningful connection you build is an investment no crisis can erase. This is your true safety net. The fifth principle: build a network of trust. Life is not a solo journey. Success, especially in turbulent times, is social. The people you surround yourself with will be your lifeline. Help them, support them, create value for them, and they will stand with you when the storms come. In a world of uncertainty, relationships are currency more powerful than gold. The sixth principle: generate cash no matter the circumstances. Cash is freedom. It is mobility. It is opportunity. While others wait for perfect conditions, you act. You create solutions, provide value, and build flows of income that cannot be frozen by external chaos. Even a small cash flow, consistent and reliable, becomes a shield, a tool, and a bridge to greater opportunity. And finally, the seventh principle: give even when you have little. Abundance is not hoarded, it is circulated. Giving opens doors, shifts your mindset, and aligns you with the energy of growth. Even in the darkest times, generosity lights a path. Every act of giving, no matter how small, transforms scarcity into possibility and fear into hope. Imagine your life a year from now. Imagine the difference between reacting like everyone else and leading with wisdom, strategy, and courage. Picture yourself thriving while others struggle, growing while others shrink, creating while others wait. This is not luck. This is not magic. This is the result of applying timeless principles with consistency, discipline, and courage. So today, make a decision. Decide to rise above fear. Decide to act, to prepare, to observe, and to give. Decide that no matter what happens in the world, you will not be a victim of circumstances. You will be the architect of your own destiny. You will see opportunities where others see disaster. You will create wealth where others see loss. And you will lead a life defined not by fear, but by wisdom, action, and abundance. And remember this: the universe is always in motion. Wealth will always move. Energy will always flow. Opportunities will always appear. The question is not whether you will face challenges. It is whether you are ready to meet them with knowledge, strategy, and courage. Apply these 7 principles, and the storms of life will become your training ground, your playground, your pathway to success. Now, take all of this knowledge and commit to action. Let it inspire your daily choices, guide your strategy, and shape the habits that will define your future. Your journey begins now. Start today. Act today. Observe, prepare, learn, connect, generate, and give. Build your empire of resilience, and let no crisis ever dictate your destiny again. And as you embark on this journey, if you want more insights, more strategies, and more guidance to conquer challenges and create wealth in every area of your life, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Click the button, join the community, and let's rise together. This is Rise and Conquer, your source of power, wisdom, and unstoppable growth. Remember, the storm will come, but now you are ready. Rise, conquer, thrive.